Harris barrels in. Tide draw first blood. The huge play to Devontae Smith on the opening play for 50 yards set the stage, and then it's power football.
Yeah, the right side blows up the Oklahoma defense. They actually get a little penetration once again from Curtis Bolton, but that running a style of Damian Harris gets him low enough and strong enough to be able to fight through the arm tackle and take it into the end zone.
Oklahoma number won the toss, chose to play defense first.
Support your favorite college at Fanatics.com.
Oh, yeah.
He lost 2, so it's 3rd and 6.
He's got one-on-one matchups out on the perimeter.
Tagovailoa looking to his left. Looped deep in the end zone. Jump ball. Touchdown! What a catch, Henry Ruggs. A clinical start for the Crimson Tide.
You know, look at that effort. The ball is thrown well. It's actually really good coverage. But Ruggs, who's known of all the receivers, he's known to be the guy to go up and fight for a football. Here's an example. Tight coverage, has that football.
I don't know.
And wants to see if he has possession of the ball when he comes down.
It's a wonderful job by Brown, just like you're taught
never
to
gave
fight.
up on it. Never gave up on it.
This is the referee hat cam. The issue is control when that foot is still planted in the end zone, and a second critical early replay review. If it's incomplete, it's 4th down. So we'll bring in Dave Kataya. What did you see from those angles so far, Dave?
Well, remember, the rule is he's got to survive the ground when he goes down. You got a foot down, but when he hits the ground, that ball moves. Watch it right here. Now you got a step number 2, hits the ground. He's coming down.
Is a catch for a touchdown. The previous play is under review.
Step.
Boy, that
Did he
is
lose
so
possession, though, even though it moved, Dave? Did he lose possession of the ball?
Well, take a look at this. The ball moves to me.
The hand strength involved in holding on with Brown swiping his arm.
To me, it's a juggle.
How about that coverage by Brown? Everything. The Brown's coverage, the throw by Tua, and the effort by Ruggs to try to go up and make a catch on it. I mean, it's great. All 3 guys did their job.
First 10
How
minutes
does he come
of this
down
game.
with that ball, by
First
the way?
10 minutes, Kirk, there have been 2 monstrous replay reviews here.
Like
the first one went Alabama's way.
Like you said, if this is overruled, it's 4th down.
Yeah. It's the definition of control, Dave. Does he have enough control of that football as he's falling while his foot is planted in the end zone? Isn't that somewhat subjective, and doesn't it have to be clear to overturn the call of touchdown?
Well, it is subjective, as you say, Chris. The key is there enough to reverse the call on the field?
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
And again, is there enough to reverse? Got to be 100%.
Didn't say confirm. He said stands.
Exactly.
Both replay reviews go Bama's way. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns.
Lincoln Riley's thinking, they decided not to take the ball after winning the coin toss, got their defense out there against Tua, and it is backfired on them as they're now down a couple touchdowns.
8-play, 55-yard drive following this short punt. Alabama with a circus catch by Ruggs. It stands the replay test, and the Tide up 2 touchdowns early.
Do you suffer from sore, aching muscles?
Confident bunch, but I'll tell you who's tired of hearing about him is the Alabama defense. And you can see the intensity that they're playing with here early in this game.
This is Marquise Brown, but that ball just fired into the turf as Quinnen Williams picked it up, and now it's run into the end zone. There's no signal yet. Touchdown. Xavier McKinney picked up, but this was ruled on the field apparently.
It's a forward pass. He threw the ball from the 20-yard line, and the ball landed at about the 18.5. This is a forward pass. I'm not sure why they didn't stop play.
Well, when in doubt, they want to let the play out, but that wasn't even close. You're right.
That was pretty obvious.
By the defense for a touchdown.
I think the Sooners are going to get a replay review that they like finally.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he threw that ball from about the 20. He said, "You're clueless." Ball's at he's about the 19-20. Watch where the ball lands. About the 18.5. It's not even close to being backwards. That'll be turned over.
If it's even with the line, that's also a pass, not a backward pass. So
yeah,
when in doubt, they want to. But look at the throw. More to the point, though, with Williams bearing down, he just buried the nose of the football in the turf.
That's the bigger issue if you're Oklahoma, is Murray's feeling that heat. You see Quinnen Williams give him a little nudge there after the throw. And I feel like Kyler Murray right now is feeling in the presence of the Alabama rush. He's never done that this year. He's been the guy that's dictated things against the defenses that he's played. But, you know, we've been saying it for 4 weeks. This is a different defense than what he has faced in the Big 12. And he knows that coming in. But I think early in this game, I think they're in his head a little bit.
Well, Quinnen Williams was certainly in Lincoln Riley's head. The game wrecker, number 92, the man that he most feared on that Alabama defense, the Outland Trophy winner.
The pass was forward, therefore it's an incomplete pass. Second down. Please reset the game clock to 4 minutes and 42 seconds. 4-4-2.
Sooner fans thinking, okay, you give us the obvious one, the two close ones both went Alabama's way.
I want to go back to Quinnen Williams. You were just talking about him. You're talking about a guy who is come on this year to be one of the best defensive players in the.
We'll see more of him the way this is tracking.
Yeah, I think we might.
Smith in front of Harris, who gets it. And scores, standing up for a second time. The Tide pouring it on in Miami. Three possessions, 3 touchdowns, Kirk, and the total yards stand at 191 to 0 at the moment.
Yeah, they're in command, obviously, this game, and could not ask for much more from their offense. Doing a really good job. Mike Loxley, the offensive coordinator, and his staff have put together a heck of a plan, and these players are executing it. 12 runs, 8 passes, but mainly it's been the passing game with what Tua and these receivers have done.
7 for 7 from Tagovailoa for 148 yards. Had the 60-yard play on the opening play to Devontae Smith. That drive was keyed by a 40-yard catch by Jerry Jeudy. Whatever they're calling, whoever's getting the ball, it's hugely successful.
Now what do you do if you're Oklahoma? I mean, you've been here and done that. But again, you're playing a team right now that's hitting on all cylinders, has an incredible amount of confidence going right now in this game. And you look at these numbers, and you got to start somewhere. I'll go back to this. There's such a long game. They've not been able to get anything going. And I'm telling you, it's more about them running the ball than it is about the passing game and Kyler Murray. That's how they get their offense, their rhythm going. And they're getting whipped up front by Quinnen Williams and that defensive front from Alabama. But I think that's what they have to do. They've got to go back to trying to run the ball.
Last time the Tide played in this building, you might remember it. It was a first-round knockout of Notre Dame.
Yeah,
BCS championship.
Feels a lot like that.
Now the Sooners have a lot more explosive firepower than that Notre Dame offense did, but
this guy's a 3-star. Didn't have hardly any other offers. I'm going to tell you something. If he decides to come out, he might be the top back drafted in the NFL draft. He is a special talent, number 8.
He's got the 3rd most carries among these running backs on this team. Tagovailoa, clean pocket, flips it in the flat. There goes Jacobs. Head of steam, lowers the shoulder and scores. It is personal. It's emphatic, and it's incredibly lopsided.
We just talked about how this is a guy that has an excitement and energy about him this week, knowing who he's going up against. But it's also his skill set. Watch the linebacker try to get out. He's in man-to-man. Watch the traffic. Well-designed play, man-to-man. He's slow to get out there. Jacobs has it, and now this is what's special. You saw a little bit of everything that Josh Jacobs has. Ability to go out, make the catch, speed out in the open space, and then the physicality and toughness to bang, lower his shoulder and go right over the safety, Robert Barnes.
Who was still down on the field. Barnes is not a small guy. 6'2", 207, but so much momentum on Jacobs' side in that collision, and Barnes has paid the price. Maria.
Well, Chris, you guys talked about the fact that this game is personal right now for Josh Jacobs, but every single time he touches the football, it's personal. He actually spent some of his time homeless growing up as he and his 4 brothers and sisters lived with his father, and he worked to become financially stable. He always told himself that he was going to go to college and make a way for his family. He has a young son named Braxton who's at home in Tulsa, Oklahoma right now, and he grew up in a very rough neighborhood. He said he's lost 2 cousins over the last 3 months, and he wants people to know that someone great can come out of that city. So he's carrying on the legacy of his dad, Marty Jacobs, for his son, Braxton, and so far, so good tonight, guys.
Many sources of inspiration for that man tonight.
And I'll tell you, one of the more personable guys.
He's one of your favorite guys.
One of my favorite guys in the country, and has been for the last 2 years.
Well, we met him way before he'd ever touched the ball for this team.
We'd see him in the weight room. He'd have an injury. He's kind of overcoming. We'd come in and say hello to him, and just would sit there and just one of those guys you just want to talk to, and has a big smile on his face. So that's a guy you pull for.
And the starting free safety does not look good as Barnes is helped off, favoring that right leg. Bulovas has been busy and accurate. The team that has missed 8 extra points this season. 4 for 4 tonight.
One word.
I'm one of the.
In a minute to move to the 2-yard line on this drive. Murray goes in motion. It's Sermon in a direct snap, and he walks right in. Sooner fans saying, where was that about half hour ago?
But there's so much game left. I mean, 11:48 in the second quarter. This is what you need. We just talked about who's going to provide a spark for this team. And 4 plays and 75 yards, they go into the end zone, and there's some pushing and shoving. The flag actually down. I love the patience there by Trey Sermon before he took it into the end zone.
We talked about Oklahoma's DNA. It's a very proud program that doesn't fear any opponent. They've been embarrassed here, and they're chirping, and the Tide are chirping right back.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 71. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff. That is number 71's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game.
It's Bobby Evans, who comes from the same hometown as Murray, Allen, Texas.
And Bobby Evans gets tied up after the touchdown with Isaiah Buggs.
Here's Austin Seibert. Nobody's kicked more PATs in the history of the NCAA. He needs 5 points tonight to break the all-time career scoring record for kickers. Well, it comes 4 touchdowns behind, but that was quite a drive for OU.
It was. They had a nice pass to Meyer, the big throw down the field to CeeDee Lamb, and then the direct snap to Trey Sermon, who waits patiently, finds the hole in the backside to get the ball into the end zone for the touchdown. And we've got another flag that's come down.
That was well after the PAT. Already Oklahoma was going to have to kick off from the 20. Previous
the try
penalty.
is good. After the play was over, dead ball, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 75 of the offense. That penalty will also be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
That's Drew Samia, so 2 different offensive linemen with 15-yard penalties.
Samia looks like he's in with Dylan Moses, 32. See, he came in high. They're pushing each other. That's a really good look at it. And that's right in your lap. Your family room
frustration. There. Sooners finally on the board, though.
And they're fighting back.
Do you suffer from sore, aching muscles and stiffness?
26-yard field goal. Do you agree with Riley's decision not to go on 4th and 5? The chip shot for Seibert, who has 490 career points. And with that boot, gets within 1 of becoming the all-time scoring record for kickers. The lead cut to 18 now, midway second.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in?
You do that with a football, it costs you 15 yards. How expensive those things are, but they're going to need a replacement. So now, after all that, there's 3 penalties. It's Bulovas out to attempt a field goal from 38. Next move will not improve if this one slides outside the uprights. It was close. They come away with 3. But I don't think that's going to calm Saban down too much.
But 12 plays, over 7 minutes on the drive, and now they leave Kyler Murray with 25 seconds left.
And a long walk from Mr. Wills to the sideline. Well, the College Football Playoff National Championship weekend in the Bay Area. Going to be the place to be, whether your favorite team is in it or not. Learn about all the events and festivities. Plan for the championship campus at collegefootballplayoff.com. Don't miss out on the biggest weekend in college football. No words needed. You know, he understands that Oklahoma's offense is explosive, and even though your defense has been pretty dominant, no lead feels safe, and that was just a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, they had it at 3rd and short, that's 6 inches. That's why he's frustrated. They left points on the board there.
That just changed the tenor of the halftime talk in the Alabama locker room, that last sequence.
Yeah.
Field goal to cut the lead to 18, and a chance for Seibert here to break a record.
It surprises me. If I'm Alabama, I'd be on alert for a fake.
It is a chip shot, and it is an all-time scoring record for kickers by Seibert. That record means a lot to him, but the 3 points don't mean a lot in this game. Interesting. Margin cut, but just to 18. First Bama possession of the 3rd quarter is coming up.
SEC fans, gear up and support your favorite.
Just in time to be able to protect the ball before Thompson lowers the boom.
Murray escapes, lofts it downfield for Morris, who's got it for a touchdown. Check it, it's Charleston Rambo. What a throw.
We keep saying, who's going to step up besides C.D. Lamb on the outside? 14, you see the blitz there by Carter. Nobody touches him off of the release, and he's got those long strides for a freshman. Makes a big play. You know, he had a big catch in the Big 12 championship game against Texas, and he comes up clutch here for the Sooners, and Kyler Murray gets behind coverage and makes the play.
His first career touchdown is an enormous one, covers 49 yards, and Oklahoma finally with an explosive play in the passing game.
You're going to see a blitz coming from out here from Carter. Once he does this is what he's seeing. He's seeing that he's got his receiver getting behind this safety, so even though he's got pressure right there from Jennings, he knows instead of taking off and running, he's got the arm strength on the run, by the way, to be able to get it up and over the safety for the touchdown. It's a baseball player throw right there.
And it's a huge play, big moment for the career Rambo, but Oklahoma has now cut the lead to 11, and you can see why Lincoln Riley was fairly upbeat for a coach that was way behind.
We got a ball game, he's saying. By the way, that ball on the run, thrown about 55 yards in the air.
In the run, then almost in the air as he let it go.
Yeah, yeah.
At U-Haul, we know moving can be stressful.
Hey, guys. And giving the inside away to the Alabama receivers. They move into the inside.
OU crowd at that end trying to make some noise, make it tough on Tua.
It is again.
Pressure off the edge, easy pitch and catch. Tua beats the blitz. Smith, touchdown.
I mean, we just talked about how the middle of the field, when you don't take away the quick slants, you got one of the most accurate quarterbacks we've seen play college football in a long time, and you're giving him the quick slant. They brought the safety blitz. You're leaving a corner on an island. Very, very tough thing to do, and another great route again by Devontae Smith, who's now healthy after this month layoff.
And that is a grinding 87-yard, 9-play, 4-minute and 55-second touchdown drive, and Alabama stretches the lead back to 18. Tua accurate all night and tough on that drive, and the parents on their feet. At least his mom is. Dad's staying chill.
Focus.
Look, cleaning the outside of your windows is
2 plays to get 8 yards. Got to go to the 3. Or the 2, I should say. Under pressure, throws off his back foot, strike. Touchdown, Oklahoma still has life. It's CeeDee Lamb.
Well, I put the indicator there on CeeDee Lamb because they've been going after Patrick Surtain this entire drive with Lamb. That's almost just an option route. He's just kind of sizing him up on the route, waiting, and there's the anticipation. That ball is thrown before Lamb actually breaks to the outside, and Surtain never sees the ball, and Kyler Murray's dad, Kevin, is feeling it, saying, hey, we're still alive. Still alive.
Kevin, a quarterback coach, a former quarterback himself at Texas A&M. Oklahoma showing a lot of grit. Down 11. Can they get a stop against the Tide, though?
Is there a power struggle in your home?
For 13.
See if that proves costly on the drive. It's 2nd and 8. Tua's got it again. Nope. Judy's got it over the middle. Touchdown, Tide. Doesn't matter.
If Brent Venables is watching this, I'm guessing he's going to take away the inside slant, because tonight it's been open from the first play to this drive right here with 6:08 to go, and Tua has made Oklahoma pay. He had to always throw it downfield. We'll go back and look at this film. I want you to count up how many times they hit a quick slant. It's been at least 10.
Tua's one subpar game plan here against Georgia probably cost him the Heisman Trophy. In 26 days after that innovative ankle surgery, he has come out 24 of 27, 318, and 4 touchdowns. That's it.
And when he gives you this look, Chris, you've got to react. Linebackers have been active against the run. They have to react to that play action. Look, you can't just sit back. You have to respect it, and you have to come forward. And when you come forward, it creates a huge opening behind those linebackers without a safety, and it's just pitch and catch with an accurate quarterback who makes the read and quick receivers who get separation. It's just you're going to lose that battle on defense.
And Judy won the Biletnikoff, but he was representing a very deep and talented receiving corps. His touchdown, Devontae Smith has a touchdown, Ruggs has a touchdown, that tremendous catch. Jacobs has cut one out of the backfield, so the ball being spread around.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. In the past, it used to be Julio Jones.
Pain, swelling, stiffness.
15-yard penalty for taking his helmet off to argue. Looming huge here. Ball at the 8. Murray escapes again. More helmets on the ground. He dances in. Flags are everywhere as the action in the pit is just boiled over at this point. Let's see if the touchdown counts. Creed Humphrey, the center, the freshman, had his helmet ripped off. Flags came out. Murray, meanwhile, was dancing toward the end zone. Let's sort this out.
Well, his helmet came off. The center, Creed Humphrey's helmet came off, and he kept blocking.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense, number 30. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Yeah, Mack Wilson, the reason his helmet came off, Mack Wilson came in high right at the face mask of the center, right there. He hits him and then engages and hits him right in the head and throws his helmet off. That's a freshman that's going to keep blocking.
And Murray is going to keep running, and because it was knocked off, he can stay in the game and snap for the PAT. It doesn't come out for no reason, does it, the helmet? It is getting even nastier by the play. But the bigger point is Murray, another spectacular overall performance on a touchdown drive. And the Sooners still, if they kick this point, within 11.
I'm surprised, yeah, they wouldn't go for 2 to get it, try to get it to 10.
11 still technically a 2-score game.
Yeah. Go back and show you center, middle linebacker 30, just off to his left, comes in. Nobody to count for Murray. And everybody drops back deep into the end zone. You know, you're thinking, of course, you got to be able to, somebody's got to be spying on Murray, but Murray continues to impress. 17 carries now tonight, 109 yards rushing. He's thrown for 308. So 417 total yards, and got 3 touchdowns, 2 through the air and 1 on the ground, that last one.
And Murray now over 4,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards in the season. Until now, Deshaun Watson, the only player to do that. Speaking of guys who gave the Crimson Tide defense some fits. Boy, these two quarterback Heisman Trophy winner on the left, runner-up on the right, have both been exceptional. Murray against much tougher defense, to be honest.
Oh, of course. But Tua back to being the Tua that we all watched all year prior to some of the injuries that he had to deal with. That surgery, an incredible success to be able to allow him to play tonight and play the way he did. But it's not just Tua. It's that line. It's the receivers. It's the group around him.
Big onside kick now from the 50, Kirk, because of the penalty. Two kickers there, so they're trying for some deception. Cyber with the fake. They get a bounce. It doesn't go 10 yards.